I MitSna member amani. Ngasi ay ga unajari dori ba si Dr. Prabin. Dr. introduce ang dami.
I mean Dr. Prabin Kharibam ko. Ay hujik JNIMS ki Endocrinology da senior resident doctor na hujik lady. Aduga kailangan na MitSna na kung dara pa digay so sige ang singi psychotherapist ko na sum harang ng kailangan na so.
So he ama na tatharak Lebaki Lansida Mapam the lady, really came sing the Tatuna MitSna reveal Manipur station Ama Oina Aruiba Oina Nasipang Toksariba Therapeutic support session Asida expert Oina Nakpiba Dr. Prabin lagi ay nga si Khangjaning ba si Dr. Ahanba Oina mental health hay ba si karay buko bagi amandi masigi maru ay ba sina karina ha ba si kambi
kogi physical health haibda kogi hakchang da asok apa na da kuna na ba pokpa pause sumaina kogi mental health kogi brain sida toriba kogi psychological thoughtful conscious oiba pochi su yamna khadagi maruiba pot amani pain phawba khotpa haibaji koina ubunga mi na se koina ubunga mi ko mental health hai ta sidi khoi pukning de khatang laiba mapan dagi oina anabo oina udaba mayamna but khadagi di maru oina khangnaba mayamna si het koke ma hai had ehmadi psychiatrist na re psychiatrist ma tano haiba ma dugi wakhalo na ma koida stigma ma form tawem even only Manipur da katanga all over the world ko ana mental health haiba se koigi ngasi ge koina aina khaliba aigi harauba aigi nungaiba aina wakhal nungai ta ba aina kamingba poiba si mayam sing pulap mental health ta ching
makha da thasara ko aina khangjaning ba se mioi amana aise wakhal pukningi anaba leire haibase mangjong nana haurakpa da kamaina khangba ngamgani adu haibi
mental health se wakhal gi leina hai tar di khoina yamna yang khre ko like it's not only a particular disease some have the kogi anxiety over yai mamai loi da ko depression over yai adu dang na tana kogi schizophrenia hai na to palina lei adu generalized anxiety disorder hai ba lei ko kogi ngauraga chatpa kan ha ba kogi maniac hai ba ko summa se mayam lei ada summa se usually akoina magi mi masa khatangna haiba ngamde kaigumba laina se sum lusalak taradi masana masa nazai haiba siboba khangak ba yaw sine kogi self conscious loss torpa haiga koina khangna ba lekpa obi sangna da ngawba mi mana sum thengnang ni lambi lamphang na sapo ko da masa je ngawre haiba ngamjadana masana unhygienic koina adum leijaba masagi chakcha pijat phajana toba ngamakta magi self hygiene toba ngamakta ba ko sina extreme form ni ko amarom da kogi chumna normally am hoina common ona su thengnari ba kogi depression anxiety ko maharapa se si orak patardi masana kogi mood changes lakpa haitana sounding ba kitang maram chado pota hana sorom do potu da kitang sorokpa irritated orakpa chaning thaning go polak da bana trag henjin na charakpa kitang tumbu ya da bana trag henjin na tumakpa ko adu dagi kogi masada control laitaba potu da akoina hena khanjal laga hena wakhalon wakhan hena sounding ba na trag hena kadu khanjal laga kapning ba popa lairakpa ko suma mayam series mainly ado masana khanjarake masana khangjab haita di self awareness lai kan da di first thing akon aina haje gi mayam ko kogi magi sleep pattern change or eating pattern change lakpa audagi tumba khotpa magi dugi arakta ba ko suma mayam si kuthena kan
hojik doctor na su panbigre hedi pukning wakhal gi anab sida kari no habada mamingoi na pallabada anxiety depression panbigre ko aina mu khangjani ni anxiety ga depression ga akhoi mayam je kharga budi khangnare adu ani sigi khetna ba se khara amu mamuta na kita haidi
depression haisina single entity haidi laina ama katang ko anxiety haragadi laina group of laina oidene masiko depression haragana wakhan nuai tana laiba sad mood oiba ko adudagi tumba yadaba chaba yadaba ko adudagi easily irritable oiba sisina khoigi depression haraga khanai ko anxiety haragana khoigi control khoida control laitaba pot to da akhon henjana khanjilaga akhon adudena pakhat chawba haitare ko material haitare haina pakhat chawba adagi easily distracted oiba samna harabada thabak ama tawri kanduda wakhan akoina tawkiba frightening over pot to gi wakhan khalag easily distracted gum orapa adudang natana khoigi nihunyam kannaga chongpa humanga pribi kangba gumba for example akoina kanogumba thopa isa accident amada yawroba matamda haktung na khoigi humang taba migum chongba khanbam khangdaba ko sumba mayam se anxiety rom da chini anxiety su makhan yang khai doi generalized anxiety disorder hai bu khar le ko masa gi na hana gi dum khara sumba mayam che symptoms ora to bo le ba and different to it san ha the depression is only entity amani anxiety ha is a group of entity hai
ꯑꯔꯣꯏꯕ ꯑꯣꯏꯅ ꯑꯩꯅ ꯗꯣꯛꯇꯔꯗꯒꯤ ꯑꯃꯨꯛ ꯈꯪꯖꯅꯤꯡꯕꯁꯦ ꯍꯧꯖꯤꯛ ꯃꯤꯁꯤꯡꯁꯦ ꯄꯨꯛꯅꯤꯡ ꯋꯥꯈꯜꯒꯤ ꯑꯅꯥꯕꯁꯦ ꯑꯃ ꯅꯠꯇ꯭ꯔꯒ ꯑꯃꯗꯤ ꯂꯣꯏꯅ ꯃꯥꯌꯣꯛꯅꯔꯦ ꯍꯥꯏꯕ ꯌꯥꯔꯦ ꯂꯝꯁꯤꯗ ꯅꯠꯇ꯭ꯔꯒ ꯑꯇꯣꯞꯄ ꯂꯝꯗꯁꯨ ꯑꯗꯨ ꯃꯤ ꯑꯃꯅ ꯑꯩꯅ ꯊꯦꯡꯅꯔꯤꯕ ꯅꯣꯡꯃꯗ ꯊꯦꯡꯅꯔꯤꯕ ꯁ꯭ꯇ꯭ꯔꯦꯁ ꯑꯣꯏꯔꯣ ꯀꯩ ꯑꯣꯏꯔꯣ ꯅꯨꯡꯉꯥꯏꯇꯕꯁꯤꯡꯁꯦ ꯀꯃꯥꯏꯅ ꯃꯦꯅꯦꯖ ꯇꯧꯒꯅꯤ ꯀꯃꯥꯏꯅ ꯑꯣꯚꯔꯀꯝ ꯇꯧꯒꯅꯤ ꯍꯥꯏꯕꯗꯣ ꯈꯔ ꯍꯥꯏꯕꯤꯌꯨ
so sigi manage tawbase mi ama khatangna isana ai tawre haiduna tawba yade ko sidi all of the hogi ai isagi friends family even society even government ki support ko changi se ko collectively tawba the mental health hai base aina nare haraga doctor da chalu hida ka ma tharaga tawba aduna yade mental health hai base di day to day tum hogalak padena tum bobda tawriba pot na am loina involve tawrini aduna ama help tawrak hai matam si pulap changi akoina ngasi tawriba sigi therapist na amani ko si chu ngasi khak tawraga lu sanba yade ma di continuous long term support bi ga dawani ata tadi si tawba sigi kana ba ka su uba phangwa se na firstly akoina hama yingjar matam da akogi wakhan ama lai se self aware lai le kanda mi ga wari sana thoba ko ai gi firstly ai gi loved ones ai gi close ones family da ai gi problem do haido hoba pot khudimak akoi khutta control laite akoi keno da laite ko but adu angama makhai dum adu ngam da potuna atokpa akoi gi self group akoi sing MitSna akoi sum group ta sana support bi ba samaina government ki side dagi na ta te NGO side me am dagi taroga support bi ba adu ga masana masadu ngamak ta hai kan da akoi gi quite many psychologist psychiatrist sana pana thopi ba si tuna mayam sli khoi marudi akoi gi society gi oina monda madi lai wakhan ni laina narabni haraga info pi da bida masagi magi moral support magi mental support to pibi ba khwadi gi maru oina sise
mayam su pukning wakhal gi nungai taba or any leba matam da mayam de help loba da ning hanna biganu mi atopa mi oina su mahak se wakhal ina nare lekai da bu oiro ama da bu oiro adumai tawna info podo to biganu chillaba matam kaya kai thobidana doctor na MitSna na haijaru da pibagi da makta thagachari
duga just ai moment amtang lauraga ko akoi gi kan ai gi just friend ai gi context khara ga wari sanaraga world economic forum gi makhada global shapers infal hub anama lai ko da moi da wari sanaraga hojik Moirang sigi hojik place sida ko angang singi mini library ma setup tawna bain haikre so they have totally accepted it so within the 3 months probably moi sela aga muk kana to ya so adugi sudum pawdam phoroke so angang singi oina ko gi comics kumba moi gi reading habits se sebgatlaga moi gi hojik si life na future gi oina khara hena phajana moi gi sep ama monthly hojik lehori se akoi heng aina chaura kanda layeng desem goina le aduna moi gi semhu da yade aduna reading habits ama thamna ba adugi semna moi gi hainare so maybe in probably 2 to 3 months mo semna ba tawra gen ha ga mo
yam nungai ba paung thank you
I name MitSna aduga nasi aina interview lawjagadawi basina Miss Sanathoi Miss Sanathoi na miski self introduction amko to biya
thank you ami aigi ming le Sanathoi Athokpam kawi aduga aise Wakhal Hakshel da clinical psychologist oina pujari aise asida thabak tawbase 4 years muk sure aduga MitSna na sumaina invite tawraga ming amgi relief camp se da help tawse haina aingonda kawbirokase aise am haraujai aise support tawningi thank you
MitSna self-help books kaya recommend to biya da
aina ahanbada recommend tawningi the body keeps the score haina book ama leibani aduduma yamna pahaningi ngonda haidi akhoi gi body sida trauma je kamaina store tawi akoina aina ngasai daily stress kaina haijeri budo adudo akhoi body da kamaina store tawi aduga kaduido kamaina amu akhoi body gi mapanda lokhorakani haibase adugi book da phajna explain tawbani aduma pahaningi mayam se aduga atomic habits aina daily gi kamaina habits kaino build tawgani maintain tawraga thongani aduma adagi ikigai su pabe Japanese ki teachings में आप ज़बरदस्त याम याव बने अदुम अदुम पावे यार ना अदुगो self help book से पावे से याम काने अदुगा Google देगी tips लोगा अदुम याम ना काने अदुगो सीगी में याम से पावरगा कोई ना self diagnose तो हुआ है तारे को ऐसे depression ना रहे ऐसे anxiety ना रहे इसाई खन diagnose तो वो सीधी अब ऐसे चुम दे है ना है नहीं अदुना इसाना ऐसे इसानो आये रखे कहीं मा depression ना बमाले है बोल से anxiety ना बमाले है ना खन भी रगदी professional अमगी मना के चक्कीरा clinical psychologist therapist ना तगा psychiatrist मना चक्कीरा मोई recommendation मोई opinion जो लगी बा अदुगी लंबी दा अदमाइना तो बना है ना फनी है ना है
okay so साला लाइन से बड़े होता professional और ना ताना दिखता बा Misna social health ki matang is khara fazana haibiyo
Okay. Social health sidana akhoi society da laiminariba akhoi environment da laiminariba mi mayam sina akhoi da kamaina health ta hansike akhoi na sumi kamaina health ta sike haiba sineba social health se mental health ki amna important part amaneba aina ga sai first keno se sign se keno ni isolation ni haije ki bodo adugi isolation du dagi puthorak na se social health ki di social support si gi mating log duine ko thena aduna akhoi first yamna legal si social gi support da partnerships na oina lei ai spouse ko ai kaino partner haitare boyfriend oigera girlfriend oigera ama hekta natraga adugi mathang tarakpada haidi boyfriend girlfriend dugi damakta angang se pi na hairase ba relationship da changri hairase ba adudi moigi social health se moigi parents na torakada baneba aduga parents ki mathang da lak toisi kaino lak pa yai akhoi gi friends lak pa yai friends na kamaina khoida health to honsi da socially admine to hon support to hon ba yai adugi mathang da khoina work environment da colleagues leminai dana ana work environment se nungai ka ba toxic oiraga di wakhal se dum nungai ta baneba aduna work environment ko supporting ko henda agi colleagues na support to hon ba ai wakhal nungai ta kanda adudune khoina kaino hai social health na hai
spiritual health matang is tang habiyo
okay spiritual health haisina we top of the kaino da overall health like ana akhoi gi makhagi ahum se sigi se balance tawro matung da spiritual health ta pa yarak toine ba spiritual health se dum side by side ta mina ga da bani adugu aingon aina hakchang se phajana care tawraga ai spirituality da khatang focus tawraga di balance taw ngam de ba ana khoi gi aspect mari mak se loi ma pul balance tawraga chatpa ana spiritual health da akhoi na tawba da akhoi gi like ramba meditation tawba mindfulness tawba aduga adu natraga su adumbada mi se like hazada basu like natana aduna nature walk daga chatpa haidi nature ga in touch ta laiba adu su spirituality ma khala mani ba aduga aigi life ki meaning se kari no gaina ga khoina thidokpa aigi life da values se kari lai ai se kar mami oini honest oiningbra chume honest oiningbra adagi hard working oiningbra ai se kari na define ta we have se sigi purpose se thidokpa adugi purpose ki towards adum tamna work tawba adu oraga di spiritually adum healthy oraga lai
adika mental health se ba mi se am stress out or kumba na traga ma se mentally khara di down se ka haya ba adu ma se self help books kumba ba karam ba ma'am na suggest tawini
somna huji haibi ba ikigai haibi madum laira adagi hujikti book na traga su ba akhoi gi kaino se information je tip akhoi gi fingertips se laira banina adum research tawbiraga adum kaino da google da tawraga su ba research tawraga adum khangani hain di khale adu ma laira adagi ai ji ji ni phogre
Bisne kana emotional support ki matang da khara in depth oina hadi ba ya ba
okay emotional health haina akoina hai ko ad emotional health se da akoina first ta tawdoi si daily stress management ama tawbaya tawgadabne ba daily stress management haraga di akoina nunti gi just college to orgara natra gari thobo oigara natra aina daily activity tumba hogat padagi dang tumba bhawo tawba se da akoi nunti stress macha dum thenari ne ba ana si thengna ba se akoi gi dagi akoi system dagi lokthokraga di sum accumulate tawrakani aduna adugi mayam do lokthokraka na ne bakoi disorders ola toise anxiety disorder oigara depression oigara aduna nunti gi khara sum do thoba daily stress management se akoina yoga tawraga tawbusi yai exercise tawraga tawbusi yai walking chalaga tawbusi yai adai any other activity akoina pamjaba haitare aduda akoina pukning phajana changna tawbu ngamba lale ko orasu yai isai sakko orasu yai degoi sabu orasu yai sigi se tawraga stress management tawbiba aduga emotional health se dum phajana maintain tawraga leini hana khali
aduga spiritual health afternoon mesti mental health ki matang da for the idea
mental health se yamna chawe haitare ko umbrella term ne ba alma sigi manung da makhal yam leire adu yam line easily explain tawge haraga di mental health se component mari le ba ko se ahan bada ko gi kan component se kai no haraga di how you take care of your own body sine ba akoina akoi hapchang se kamaina care aduna lawi hada se aduna adugi mathang da akoi gi laktoi se akoi emotional health haiba ma adugi mathang da social health haiba ma lai aduga pai ma to na spiritual health haiba ma lai sigi kaino se category mari je yamna vast pudi oi ba adu ai kitan samdap na explain tawake ba ahan bada ko gi physical health se su aspect se khar lai ahan bada physical health number 1 si exercise to hora to da sine ba ꯑꯗꯨꯅ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤꯅ at least ꯅꯣꯡꯃꯗ 45 minutes ꯀꯨꯝꯕꯁꯦ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯍꯛꯆꯥꯡꯁꯦ ꯂꯦꯡꯒꯗꯕꯅꯦꯕ ꯑꯗꯨꯅ exercise ꯇꯧꯕ walking ꯆꯠꯄ yoga ꯇꯧꯕ tai chi ꯇꯧꯕ ꯑꯗꯒꯤ just ꯀꯩꯅꯣ ꯀꯩꯝꯇ ꯇꯧꯗ꯭ꯔꯒꯁꯨ ꯌꯨꯝꯗ stretching exercise ꯀꯨꯝꯕꯗꯪ ꯇꯧꯕꯤꯔꯒꯁꯨꯀꯣ ꯌꯥꯝꯅ beneficial ꯑꯣꯏꯕ
ꯁꯤꯗꯦꯟꯇꯔꯤ ꯑꯣꯏꯅ ꯂꯩꯁꯟꯕꯁꯦ ꯐꯠꯇꯦꯕ
ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯍꯧꯖꯤꯛꯀꯤ ꯂꯥꯏꯐ ꯁ꯭ꯇꯥꯏꯜꯁꯦ ꯁꯦꯗꯦꯟꯇꯔꯤ ꯂꯥꯏꯐ ꯁ꯭ꯇꯥꯏꯜ ꯂꯣꯏ ꯀꯧꯔꯕꯅꯦꯕ ꯐꯝꯃꯒ ꯑꯗꯨꯝ ꯂꯩꯔꯕꯅꯤꯅ ꯑꯗꯨꯅ ꯁꯤꯒꯤꯁꯦ ꯌꯥꯝꯅ ꯏꯝꯄꯣꯔꯇꯦꯟ ꯑꯣꯏꯕ ꯄꯥꯔꯠ ꯑꯃꯅꯤ ꯑꯗꯨꯒ ꯑꯦꯛꯁꯔꯁꯥꯏꯁꯀꯤ ꯃꯊꯪꯗ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯂꯥꯛꯇꯣꯏꯁꯦ ꯅ꯭ꯌꯨꯇ꯭ꯔꯤꯁꯟ ꯀꯃꯥꯏꯅ ꯆꯤꯟꯖꯥꯛꯁꯦ ꯀꯔꯝꯕ ꯆꯥꯏ ꯍꯥꯏꯕꯁꯦ ꯖꯪ ꯐꯨꯗꯀꯨꯝꯕ ꯌꯥꯝ ꯆꯥꯔꯕ ꯑꯗꯒꯤ ꯍꯦꯜꯗꯤ ꯑꯣꯏꯕꯁꯦ ꯐꯖꯅ ꯆꯥꯗ꯭ꯔꯕ ꯑꯗꯨ ꯑꯣꯏꯔꯒꯗꯤ ꯐꯤꯖꯤꯀꯦꯜ ꯍꯦꯜꯊ ꯃꯦꯟꯇꯦꯜ ꯍꯦꯜꯊ ꯑꯅꯤꯃꯛꯇ ꯑꯗꯨꯝ ꯅꯨꯡꯉꯥꯏꯔꯣꯏꯕ ꯗꯤꯇꯣꯔꯦꯠ ꯑꯗꯨꯝ ꯇꯧꯔꯛꯀꯅꯤ ꯑꯗꯨꯅ ꯕꯦꯂꯦꯟꯁ ꯑꯣꯏꯕ ꯃꯤꯜꯁꯦ ꯆꯥꯕꯁꯨ ꯏꯝꯄꯣꯔꯇꯦꯟ ꯑꯣꯏꯔꯦ ꯑꯗꯨꯒ ꯊꯔꯠ ꯁꯨꯕꯗꯅ ꯁ꯭ꯂꯤꯞꯁ ꯌꯥꯝ ꯏꯝꯄꯣꯔꯇꯦꯟ ꯑꯣꯏ ꯇꯨꯝꯗ꯭ꯔꯕ 8 hours 8 to ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯅ 10 hours ꯑꯅ ꯍꯥꯏ ꯃꯤ ꯈꯔꯅ 8 hours ꯑꯗꯨm ꯌꯥꯏ ꯑꯗꯨꯅ ꯃꯤ ꯈꯔꯅ ꯍꯦꯟꯅ ꯑꯗꯨꯝ ꯗꯔꯀꯥꯔ ꯂꯩꯌꯦꯕ 9-10 hours ꯑꯗꯨꯝ ꯇꯨꯝꯕꯁꯨ ꯌꯥꯏꯑꯕ ꯑꯗꯨ ꯍꯦꯟꯅ ꯇꯨꯝꯃꯒ ꯃꯥꯁꯦ ꯌꯥꯝꯅ ꯑꯇꯟꯕ ꯃꯤꯅꯦꯒ ꯍꯥꯏꯕꯗꯣ ꯑꯗꯨ ꯑꯁꯣꯏꯕꯅꯦꯕ ꯑꯗꯨꯝ ꯍꯦꯟꯅ ꯅꯨꯄꯤ ꯁ꯭ꯄꯦꯁꯦꯜꯂꯤ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯐꯤꯃꯦꯜꯁꯦ ꯁꯤꯅ ꯇꯨꯝꯕ ꯁ꯭ꯂꯤꯞꯁꯦ ꯍꯦꯟꯅ ꯗꯔꯀꯥꯔ ꯂꯩꯌꯦꯕ ꯃꯦꯜꯗꯒꯤ ꯑꯗꯨꯅ ꯑꯗꯨꯝ ꯈꯔ ꯑꯗꯨꯝ ꯍꯦꯟꯅ ꯇꯨꯝꯕ ꯋꯥꯠꯂꯒꯗꯤ ꯋꯥꯈꯜꯁꯦ ꯅꯨꯡꯉꯥꯏꯇꯦ ꯑꯗꯨ ꯍꯧꯒꯠꯂꯛꯄ ꯀꯥꯟꯗ ꯇꯨꯝꯁꯤꯠ ꯐꯥꯗ꯭ꯔꯒꯗꯤ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯁꯦ ꯑꯗꯨꯝ ꯃꯨꯠꯁꯦ ꯈꯤꯇꯪ ꯅꯨꯡꯉꯥꯏꯇꯅ ꯑꯗꯨꯝ ꯍꯧꯒꯠꯂꯛꯇ꯭ꯔꯅꯦ ꯃꯤꯠꯀ ꯅꯨꯡꯉꯥꯏꯇꯕ ꯀꯣꯛꯀ ꯈꯤꯇꯪ ꯂꯨꯝꯕ ꯑꯗꯨꯝ ꯇꯧꯋꯤꯗꯅ ꯑꯗꯨꯃꯥꯏꯅ ꯇꯧꯗꯅꯕ ꯇꯨꯝꯕꯁꯦ ꯐꯖꯅ ꯇꯨꯝꯕꯤꯕ ꯑꯗꯒꯤ ꯃꯊꯪꯁꯤꯅ ꯀꯃꯥꯏꯅ ꯇꯧꯁꯤꯒꯦ ꯀꯔꯝꯕꯅꯣ ꯏꯁꯤꯡ ꯊꯛꯄꯁꯦ ꯏꯁꯤꯡ ꯊꯛꯄꯁꯦ ꯌꯥꯝ ꯏꯝꯄꯣꯔꯇꯦꯟ ꯑꯣꯏ ꯍꯥꯏꯗ꯭ꯔꯦꯠ ꯇꯧꯕꯀꯣ ꯑꯗꯨꯅ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯗꯤꯍꯥꯏꯗ꯭ꯔꯦꯁꯟꯒꯤ ꯍꯧꯖꯤꯛ ꯌꯥꯝꯅ ꯏꯁꯨꯁꯦ ꯃꯤ ꯃꯌꯥꯝꯅꯁꯨ ꯈꯪꯅꯔꯦꯅ ꯑꯗꯨꯝ ꯈꯜꯂꯦ ꯑꯩꯅꯗꯤ ꯑꯗꯨꯅ ꯗꯤꯍꯥꯏꯗ꯭ꯔꯦꯁꯟ ꯇꯧꯔꯒꯗꯤ ꯀꯣꯛ ꯆꯤꯛꯄꯁꯤꯃꯗꯤ ꯑꯗꯨꯝ ꯇꯧꯔꯅꯤ ꯀꯣꯛ ꯅꯨꯡꯉꯥꯏꯇꯕꯁꯦ
ꯃꯤꯁ ꯅꯣꯡꯃꯗ ꯂꯤꯇꯔ ꯀꯌꯥ ꯊꯛꯀꯗꯕꯅꯣ
2 to 3 liters ꯊꯛꯍꯟꯅꯤꯡꯉꯦ ꯑꯗꯨꯗꯒꯤ ꯌꯥꯝꯅ ꯀꯟꯕ ꯑꯦꯛꯁꯔꯁꯥꯏꯁꯀꯨꯝꯕ ꯇꯧꯔꯒꯗꯤ ꯑꯗꯨꯗꯤ ꯍꯦꯟꯅ ꯑꯗꯨꯝ ꯊꯛꯑꯁꯨ ꯌꯥꯏ ꯑꯗꯨꯗ ꯏꯁꯤꯡꯁꯤꯗ ꯀꯩꯅꯣꯁꯤꯗ 2-3 ꯂꯤꯇꯔꯁꯤꯗ 2 ꯂꯤꯇꯔꯁꯀꯨꯝꯕꯁꯤꯅ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯅ ꯆꯝꯅ ꯏꯁꯤꯡ ꯊꯛꯑꯒꯅꯦ 1 ꯂꯤꯇꯔꯒꯨꯝꯕꯁꯤꯅ ꯏꯂꯦꯛꯇ꯭ꯔꯣꯂꯥꯏꯠꯀꯨꯝꯕ ꯍꯥꯞꯄꯒ ꯊꯛꯄ ꯍꯥꯏꯗꯤ ꯁ꯭ꯄꯦꯁꯦꯜꯂꯤ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯍꯧꯖꯤꯛꯁꯦ ꯀ꯭ꯂꯥꯏꯃꯦꯠ ꯆꯦꯟꯖꯀꯤ ꯃꯇꯨꯡ ꯏꯟꯅ ꯁꯥꯕꯁꯨ ꯌꯥꯝꯅ ꯍꯦꯟꯒꯠꯂꯦꯗꯅ ꯁ꯭ꯋꯦꯇꯤꯡꯁꯨ ꯍꯦꯟꯒꯠꯇꯣꯏꯅꯤ ꯑꯗꯨꯅ ꯏꯂꯦꯛꯇ꯭ꯔꯣꯂꯥꯏꯠꯁꯦ ꯊꯨꯝꯒ ꯆꯤꯅꯤꯒ ꯈꯤꯇꯪ ꯍꯥꯞꯄꯒꯁꯨ ꯅꯠꯇ꯭ꯔꯒ ꯏꯂꯦꯛꯇ꯭ꯔꯣꯂꯥꯏꯠ ꯇꯣꯉꯥꯟꯅ ꯂꯧꯔꯒ ꯍꯥꯞꯄꯒꯁꯨꯀꯣ ꯑꯗꯨꯒ ꯊꯛꯄꯤꯕ ꯑꯗꯨꯅ ꯌꯥꯝꯅ ꯀꯥꯟꯅꯩ ꯑꯣꯀꯦ ꯑꯗꯨꯒ ꯃꯊꯪꯒꯤ ꯑꯦꯁꯄꯦꯛꯁꯤꯅ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯍꯧꯖꯤꯛꯀꯤ ꯌꯨꯠꯀꯤꯗꯤ ꯍꯥꯏꯇꯥꯔꯦ ꯌꯥꯝꯅ ꯄ꯭ꯔꯣꯕ꯭ꯂꯦꯃꯦꯇꯤꯛ ꯑꯣꯏꯕ ꯑꯦꯁꯄꯦꯛ ꯑꯃꯅꯤ ꯁꯤꯁꯤꯅ ꯁ꯭ꯀ꯭ꯔꯤꯟ ꯇꯥꯏꯝ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯁ꯭ꯀ꯭ꯔꯤꯟ ꯇꯥꯏꯝꯁꯦ ꯌꯥꯝꯅ ꯌꯥꯝꯃꯦꯕ ꯍꯧꯖꯤꯛꯁꯦ ꯑꯗꯨꯅ ꯁ꯭ꯀ꯭ꯔꯤꯟ ꯇꯥꯏꯝꯁꯦ ꯌꯥꯝꯃꯤꯈꯩ ꯃꯦꯟꯇꯦꯜ ꯍꯦꯜꯊꯁꯦ ꯑꯗꯨꯝ ꯅꯨꯡꯉꯥꯏꯇꯦꯕ ꯑꯗꯨꯅ ꯁ꯭ꯀ꯭ꯔꯤन ꯇꯥꯏꯝꯁꯦ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯅ 4 hours ꯌꯥꯔꯒꯗꯤ ꯂꯤꯃꯤꯠ ꯇꯧꯕꯅ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯅ ꯔꯦꯀꯃꯦꯟ ꯇꯧꯋꯤ
ꯃꯣꯏ ꯁ꯭ꯀ꯭ꯔꯤꯟ ꯇꯥꯏꯝꯁꯦ ꯑꯗꯨꯃꯥꯏꯅ ꯍꯦꯜꯂꯦ ꯈꯜꯂꯁꯤ ꯀꯃꯥꯏꯅ ꯃꯣꯏ ꯀꯛꯊꯕ ꯌꯥꯏ ꯑꯗꯨꯇꯥꯔꯗꯤ ꯃꯣꯏ ꯀꯃꯥꯏꯅ ꯀꯟꯇ꯭ꯔꯣꯜ ꯇꯧꯖꯔꯛꯄ
ꯀꯟꯇ꯭ꯔꯣꯜ ꯄꯣꯔꯛꯀꯦ ꯍꯥꯏꯔꯒꯗꯤ ꯑꯍꯥꯟꯕꯗꯗꯤ ꯑꯩ ꯁ꯭ꯀ꯭ꯔꯤꯟ ꯇꯥꯏꯝꯁꯦ ꯀꯩꯅꯣꯗ ꯀꯣꯟꯁꯤꯌꯁ ꯑꯣꯏꯅ ꯑꯩꯅ ꯂꯤꯃꯤꯠ ꯇꯧꯅꯕ ꯍꯣꯠꯅꯒꯗꯕꯅꯦꯕ ꯅꯠꯇ꯭ꯔꯒꯗꯤ ꯄꯨꯔꯥ ꯂꯦꯠ ꯒꯣ ꯇꯧꯈ꯭ꯔꯒꯗꯤ ꯀꯟꯇ꯭ꯔꯣꯜ ꯇꯧꯕ ꯁꯨꯡ ꯉꯝꯗꯕꯅꯦꯕ ꯃꯇꯝꯁꯦ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯅ ꯃꯨꯚꯤ ꯑꯃ ꯌꯦꯡꯕ ꯀꯥꯟꯗ ꯅꯠꯇ꯭ꯔꯒ ꯏꯟꯁꯇꯥꯒ꯭ꯔꯥꯝ ꯔꯤꯜꯁꯇ ꯆꯪꯉꯒ ꯁꯨꯝ ꯁ꯭ꯀ꯭ꯔꯣꯜ ꯇꯧꯕ ꯀꯥꯟꯗ ꯄꯨꯡꯁꯦ ꯍꯧꯈꯤꯕ ꯈꯪꯍꯧꯗꯦꯗꯅ ꯑꯗꯨꯅ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯅ ꯌꯥꯝ ꯏꯖꯤ ꯑꯣꯏꯕꯗꯤ ꯏꯟꯁꯇꯥꯒ꯭ꯔꯥꯝꯒꯤ ꯍꯧꯖꯤꯛꯇꯤ ꯇꯥꯏꯝ ꯂꯤꯃꯤꯠ ꯂꯩꯔꯦ ꯑꯗꯨꯅ ꯏꯟꯁꯇꯥꯒ꯭ꯔꯥꯝꯗ ꯂꯤꯃꯤꯠ ꯊꯝꯕ ꯐꯦꯁꯕꯨꯛꯇ ꯂꯤꯃꯤꯠ ꯊꯝꯕ ꯌꯨꯇ꯭ꯌꯨꯕꯇ ꯂꯤꯃꯤꯠ ꯊꯝꯕ ꯑꯗꯨꯒ ꯑꯗꯨꯒꯤꯗꯣ ꯊꯝꯅꯤꯡꯒꯦ ꯍꯥꯏꯔꯒꯗꯤ ꯌꯨꯇ꯭ꯌꯨꯕ ꯁꯣꯔꯠꯁꯀꯨꯝꯕ ꯑꯗꯨꯝꯕꯁꯦ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯅ ꯔꯦꯀꯃꯦꯟꯗꯦꯁꯟꯗ ꯅꯣꯠ ꯔꯦꯀꯃꯦꯟꯗꯦꯠ ꯀꯥꯏꯅ ꯇꯧꯕ ꯌꯥꯏꯗꯅ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯁꯦ ꯅꯣꯠ ꯏꯟꯇꯔꯦꯁꯇꯦꯠ ꯀꯥꯏꯅ ꯇꯧꯕꯗꯣ ꯑꯗꯨꯒꯤꯗꯣ ꯇꯧꯕꯤꯈꯤꯕ ꯑꯗꯨꯒ ꯍꯥꯐ ꯑꯦꯟ ꯑꯋꯥꯔ ꯈꯨꯗꯤꯡꯒꯤ ꯏꯟꯇꯔꯚꯦꯜ ꯈꯨꯗꯤꯡꯒꯤ ꯔꯦꯁꯀꯤ ꯀꯩꯅꯣ ꯂꯧꯕꯤꯕ ꯂꯤꯃꯤꯠ ꯊꯝꯕꯤꯕ ꯑꯗꯨꯃꯥꯏꯅ ꯇꯧꯔꯒꯗꯤ ꯕꯦꯅꯤꯐꯤஷꯤꯌൽ ꯑꯣꯏꯅ ꯈꯜꯂꯤ
ꯑꯇꯩ ꯊꯣꯏꯗꯣꯛꯄ ꯀꯩ ꯍꯥꯏꯇꯥꯔꯦ ꯀꯃꯥꯏꯅ ꯃꯤꯑꯣꯏꯕ ꯑꯃꯅ ꯃꯦꯟꯇꯦꯜ ꯍꯦꯜꯊꯁꯦꯀꯣ ꯃꯥꯁꯦ ꯅꯥꯔꯦ ꯈꯜꯂꯁꯦꯕꯀꯣ ꯑꯗꯣ ꯃꯁꯥꯅꯗꯤ ꯃꯤꯉꯣꯟꯗ ꯔꯤꯆ ꯑꯥꯎꯠ ꯇꯧꯕ ꯉꯝꯗꯕ ꯑꯣꯏꯇꯥꯔꯒꯗꯤ ꯃꯣꯏꯁꯦ ꯀꯃꯥꯏꯅ ꯄꯨꯊꯣꯛꯄꯤꯔꯛꯀꯅꯤ
ꯑꯣꯀꯦ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯅ ꯍꯥꯏꯕꯗꯀꯣ ꯅꯝꯕꯔ 1 sign of mental health issue is isolation ꯑꯅ ꯍꯥꯏꯌꯦꯕ ꯃꯤꯁꯦ isolated ꯑꯣꯏꯅꯤꯡꯉꯛꯑꯕ ꯍꯥꯟꯅꯒ ꯌꯥꯝꯅ ꯇꯣꯠꯅ ꯇꯤꯟꯅꯔꯒ ꯂꯩꯔꯝꯕ ꯌꯥꯝꯅ ꯍꯔꯥꯎꯔꯒ ꯂꯩꯔꯝꯕ ꯃꯤꯁꯦ ꯃꯤꯒ ꯄꯨꯅꯤꯡꯉꯛꯇ꯭ꯔꯕ ꯃꯊꯟꯇ ꯂꯩꯅꯤꯡꯉꯛꯑꯕ ꯐꯃꯨꯡꯗꯒꯤ ꯊꯣꯛꯅꯤꯡꯉꯛꯇ꯭ꯔꯕ ꯑꯗꯒꯤ ꯃꯥꯅ ꯍꯥꯟꯅ ꯇꯨꯝꯕꯒꯤ ꯆꯥꯡꯁꯤꯗꯒꯤ ꯌꯥꯝꯅ ꯍꯦꯟꯖꯜꯂꯛꯑꯕ ꯑꯗꯨꯝꯕꯁꯤꯅ ꯁꯣꯁꯦꯜ ꯑꯥꯏꯁꯣꯂꯦꯁꯟꯁꯤꯅ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯅ ꯐꯥꯔꯁ ꯁꯥꯏꯟꯅꯦꯅ ꯍꯥꯏ ꯑꯗꯨꯅ ꯑꯗꯨꯒꯤꯗꯣ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯐꯦꯃꯤꯂꯤ ꯃꯦꯝꯕꯔꯁꯤꯡꯅ ꯐ꯭ꯔꯦꯟꯁꯅ ꯁꯔꯀꯜ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯁꯄꯣꯔꯇꯤꯞ ꯑꯣꯏꯕ ꯀꯩꯅꯣꯁꯦ ꯁꯄꯣꯔꯠ ꯇꯧꯕ ꯉꯝꯕ ꯃꯤꯁꯦ ꯁꯤꯁꯤꯅ ꯈꯤꯇꯪ ꯑꯣꯕꯖꯔꯞ ꯇꯧꯕꯤꯕ ꯑꯗꯨꯒ ꯃꯥꯏ ꯃꯅꯥꯛꯇ ꯆꯪꯁꯤꯜꯂꯒ ꯃꯥꯒꯤ ꯑꯋꯥꯕꯗꯣ ꯇꯞꯅ ꯇꯞꯅ ꯀꯩꯅꯣ ꯄꯨꯊꯣꯛꯍꯜꯂꯛꯄ ꯍꯥꯏꯇꯥꯔꯦ ꯑꯗꯨꯃꯥꯏꯅ ꯇꯧꯕꯅꯤ ꯈꯜꯂꯤ
ꯃꯤꯁꯅ ꯍꯥꯏꯕꯤꯔꯤꯕ ꯄꯥꯎꯇꯥꯛ ꯃꯌꯥꯝꯁꯦ ꯌꯥꯝꯅ ꯏꯟꯁꯥꯏꯠꯐꯨꯜ ꯑꯣꯏ ꯑꯗꯨꯒ ꯚ꯭ꯌꯨꯋꯔ ꯃꯌꯥꯝꯅꯁꯨ ꯀꯩ ꯍꯥꯏꯇꯥꯔꯦ ꯀꯥꯟꯅꯕ ꯄꯨꯔꯛꯁꯅꯨ ꯑꯦꯋꯦꯔꯅꯦꯁ ꯑꯣꯏꯅ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯁꯤꯁꯦ ꯃꯤꯁꯅ ꯌꯥꯝ ꯊꯝꯕꯤꯔꯝꯃꯦ ꯊꯦꯡꯛ ꯌꯨ
Good morning, ma'am. I Sawal Semdaina. I am volunteer of MitSna. Okay, welcome. Thank you, ma'am. First of all, ꯁꯤꯒꯤ ꯁꯦꯁꯟꯁꯦ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯅ ꯀꯩ ꯍꯥꯏꯇꯥꯔꯦ ꯍꯧꯖꯤꯛ ꯍꯧꯖꯤꯛ ꯃꯅꯤꯄꯨꯔꯒꯤ ꯂꯩꯔꯤꯕ ꯁꯤꯆꯨꯋꯦꯁꯟꯁꯦ ꯁꯤꯁꯤꯗ ꯁꯥꯇ꯭ꯔ ꯃꯌꯥꯝꯁꯦ ꯑꯗꯨꯝ ꯀꯩ ꯍꯥꯏꯇꯥꯔꯦ ꯑꯋꯥꯕꯁꯦ ꯅꯪꯉꯦꯕ ꯃꯦꯟꯇꯦꯜꯂꯤ ꯋꯥꯔꯦꯕ ꯃꯣꯏꯁꯦ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯅ ꯑꯗꯨꯝ ꯈꯪꯉꯒ ꯂꯩꯔꯦ ꯑꯗꯨꯅ ꯁꯤꯒꯤ ꯈꯔ ꯀꯩ ꯍꯥꯏꯇꯥꯔꯦ ꯈꯔ ꯏꯂꯤꯚꯦꯠ ꯇꯧꯅꯕ ꯈꯔ ꯐꯅꯕꯒꯤꯗꯃꯛꯇ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯅ ꯁꯤꯒꯤ ꯁꯦꯁꯟꯁꯦ ꯇꯧꯖꯕꯅꯤ ꯑꯗꯣ ꯁꯦꯁꯟꯁꯤꯒꯤ ꯂꯣꯏꯅꯅ ꯃꯦꯝꯗ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯅ ꯈꯔ ꯀꯣꯏꯁꯟ ꯈꯔ ꯈꯔ question kara hanjage na tawbani ma'am. Okay. Ma'am, the first question is, ma'am, how can someone effectively communicate their mental health needs to loved one?
First, before answering the question, I am Dr. Grace Neba, MD General Medicine. So, this is a MitSna Foundation. Thank you so much for having me. Okay, and Heidi. Relief camps in Sugi, Chanaba, Heidi Pirol, Hidak, Miyamna, Mateng Pangbira Edena. But mental health kitang so you all are doing a very great job in bringing this aspect, and I'm very glad and I'm very privileged to be a part of it, to bring some positive impact for the children, for the adolescents who are facing such adversities. So thank you. First question is how to communicate, okay, to loved ones, some mental issues to the loved ones, right? So when we are talking about mental issues, right? So mental issues, sometimes the anger issues labor, sometimes sadness labor, sometimes guilt na. So symptoms di mayam but communication it has to be okay. Recognition, naturally awareness. You have to be aware that something is happening to you, especially after riot. Some people might be facing a sense of loneliness, a sense of anger, a sense of doom. So first, if they are aware that I am feeling like this, that is the first thing. Okay, sometimes aware if they are able to recognize that, it will be first step in recognition. So first thing is recognition of being aware that you are facing something, okay, whether by self or by someone else around you, recognizing it. Second thing is how to communicate with someone. That someone, second person, it has to be somebody that is you are able to rely on, you are able to trust. You cannot hide relief camp you don't know somebody, you don't know somebody. Okay, so if you're able to bond with somebody, maybe your parents are there, maybe your siblings are there, okay, somebody that you trust, or suppose a teacher, somebody who's in the relief camp that you can trust, that person, you can approach that person, that I am facing such an issue, maybe anger issue, maybe it's a small issue in front of that person, but once communicate already, it will be a little lighter on the person. Okay, so first thing is recognition, being aware of that you're having some issue. Second is finding somebody you trust. Okay, and third thing is communication. Okay, and once you communicate, okay, the other person's response, it can either alleviate the pain, or it can solve the issue, or it can make it worsen. Suppose you expect that you're going to that person and that person will relieve you of the issues, but suddenly you realize they are not understanding you, right? So then the person becomes discouraged also, can become discouraged, right? So at this point of time, when association like you all come to the camp, it can do a big change, because some of the kids may feel like out here I have nobody to respond to. Okay, trust so my specialist la adine already expert how to talk to a child and all, it will help them. So somebody to communicate, and the communication should be reciprocated to the child. Okay, that nangi nangi awaba nangna pakhatbado it's rational only, it's okay to feel like this and to address those issues. And the fifth thing is, once the communication is done, whether the child is responding or not, the adolescent is responding or not, okay, that expert has to now guide. Okay, whether it's a trusted person, has to guide further. Suppose mama baba a trusted person oiba, they have tried to help the child, but they are not able to. So next they will try to move on to an expert, like maybe they can take to a doctor, maybe a general practitioner like me, maybe a psychiatrist, maybe a clinical psychotherapist, clinical psychologist kumba. So that is the next step, and I think from that step, I think it will be better handled by the clinical psychologist, psychiatrist, whom they will refer the patient to, how they are going to treat. So I think those are the steps in communicating with your loved ones.
ꯃꯦꯝ ꯑꯗꯨꯝ ꯍꯥꯏꯗꯤ ꯀꯅꯥꯒꯨꯝꯕ ꯑꯃꯅ open up ꯇꯧꯔꯛꯀꯦ ꯍꯥꯏꯕ ꯃꯇꯝꯁꯤꯗꯩꯁꯤꯗ ꯃꯥꯅ trust ꯋꯥꯅꯦꯅ ꯈꯟꯖꯧꯔꯒ ꯑꯣꯏꯔꯝꯗꯕ I mean ꯍꯧꯖꯤꯛ ꯃꯦꯝꯅꯁꯨ ꯄꯟꯕꯤꯈꯤꯕ understand ꯇꯧꯋꯦꯅ ꯈꯜꯂꯒ ꯇꯧꯔꯛꯇꯕꯒꯤ ꯑꯗꯨꯒꯤ feelingsꯁꯦ ꯍꯧꯖꯤꯛ ꯑꯉꯥꯡꯈꯩ or mainly adolescents ꯀꯥꯡꯕꯨꯈꯩꯁꯤꯗ ꯑꯗꯨꯝ ꯌꯥꯝ ꯇꯣꯏꯅ ꯊꯦꯡꯅꯕꯅꯦꯅ ꯑꯗꯨꯝ ꯑꯩꯗꯤ ꯍꯣꯏ ꯑꯗꯨꯝꯕꯒꯤ ꯄꯣꯠꯇꯣ ꯂꯩ ꯑꯗꯨꯅ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯅ ꯁꯤ ꯂꯥꯛꯏꯁꯤꯗ ꯑꯗꯨꯝ ꯃꯦꯝꯅ ꯍꯧꯖꯤꯛ ꯍꯥꯏꯕꯤꯈꯤꯕ ꯑꯗꯨꯃꯥꯏꯅ ꯃꯈꯣꯏꯗꯁꯨ ꯇꯥꯟꯖꯥ ꯑꯃꯗꯣ ꯑꯆꯧꯕ ꯑꯃ ꯄꯤꯕꯤꯌꯦꯅ ꯍꯥꯏꯕꯤꯕꯅꯦ ꯊꯦꯡꯛ ꯌꯨ ꯃꯦꯝ ꯐꯔ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ next question ꯑꯃꯨꯛ ꯂꯥꯛꯆꯔꯒꯦꯀꯣ ꯃꯦꯝ next questionꯁꯤꯗ ꯍꯥꯏꯔꯤꯁꯦ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯅ what are some strategies for improving communication within families hojiki haigiba haibadi family masendasu mamagi problem se macha duna khangdena mama na warauba adaga macha gi problem do mo mama na mo khangdena macha na mo waraubiba family manung sida coordination layakta matam sida atopada haidoga hangge haiba matam dasu the person kanamta thajado aduma matamda family within family sida kamain tawna
communications kamaina build up to know how to improve the communication with the family so families it is the first place where you are building your trust your foundation any problem to the first they can family the first whether mama ga baba ga edi mache manau ga imong mayando aduna first so sometimes especially hujiki generation the highly bridge connection ga communication the yam highly hanagi generation the yam kitnai kaino ne hujik se mama baba su thabak loina tore okay yum da thoga office ki thabak to bale hanagi kumbanate mama at least mama yum da le hana hujik di with the increasing demands in salary trying to provide for your children expenses the yam oy hujik natra so mama baba ga animak they have to go for work okay and sometimes nobody is at home child is alone at home okay so sigi bridging say first of all it can be very hard issue ngasai sigi questions I have discussed it with some of my friends because it is a very difficult question nowadays how to talk to your family hojik ne mama baba de thabak to hala aga ne ware okay angang mayam so haidi school hala aga tuition amuk chattoine hala ko matum da chak chaga adum pothaba matam oidana ko so what we are going to do here I think the best time is something called the dinner time okay dinner time food is something that keeps us close together so when everybody has reached home everybody should sit down on the table all phones aside okay and at least their phones should be placed in the box or somewhere even if it is 15 minutes 30 minutes but quality times aduna maru oyenba because once you're not spending time suppose no in a mina table the phone baneba but me amana phone pairaga leye amana atopa wari nganga leibado adu it's not effective neba so everybody sit at the table even if it is haidi address issues kumba address to drasu but just ngasi gi se aina thingba haidi events mayam do as ayuk dagi school the chat minus toba at least it starts with that because once you start with these basic communication difficult communications will become easier later on so and moreover with children who are struggling to open up with their families and family members who are struggling I think they can increase the time suppose sitting with their children 15 minutes of solid quality time may increase to 30 minutes then 45 minutes and those are not only dinner time apart from that if the children are small maybe parents can try to do some activities with them that does not involve a phone okay phone we are lacking all the closeness okay we are lacking the closeness with each other what we are doing is we are getting a stimulus from our phone dagi adom stimulus power but we are not talking to each other that itself is a big disadvantage there was a time right Albert Einstein that we will all become like monkeys phone so this time has actually come now we are really facing that kind of a problem children also young age holding phone parents also nobody is talking to each other I think a quality time no matter if it's 15 or 30 minutes is very important parents can also involve in activities with childhood activities building a Lego building something drawing painting coloring adugumba okay so that is very important and suppose city de gina taba village ki meeting so haidi phone yam pai de mi so how will they improve it's just sitting with each other talking about daily leisures of life daily activities of life I think that will itself improve it and when adugi activities hana already, it becomes easier for the child that my parents are sitting with me. Naturally, parents who they are feeling that my child is sitting with me, so you can address some issues, you can start talking. But quality time, I think, is of the essence. Nothing can replace that. So that I think will be the answer to your second question.
Hojiki question the adolescent gi matang se me hapitan point ma cham tang hapiram adolescent je saigi angang saigi quality time hai sida playing together hai bise adolescent ga parents ka sidi ketar less possible ways ma adolescent siga parents ka gi si maram se sigi sa
Okay, so how to bridge the gap ko adolescents ka parents ki gap sa kamay bridge to do no ko like I said ko first na device hujik na adolescent phone pai da ba am ka late ne ba everybody smartphone adum pai ba parents adum phone pai ba ne ba it's a thing that we are seeing on the daily ko so how this one I think screen time the parents monitor to do ne phone pi dringa ne haidi phajana haidi counseling to ba angang da ko anga haidi phone pi ba do adum whole day na use to bata banate ko akhoi gi family gi pun bagi matam leini adugi matam da phone use to ba yadre ne ba that is the first thing before you handle a gadget to a child or an adolescent the parents have to counsel that everything is not about the device is going to steal the time because you have all the time all the information in the world in one device so it's important that counseling should be there adu hana thamredi it will be very difficult to this one they are not able to communicate with people not able to join in any group I think it will be good for them to meet psychotherapists a psychologist because they can guide them this is where every time you cannot help yourself this is where the specialist comes this is where the experts come so if they can do some counseling some cognitive behavioral therapy for the children and also they will have a support group normally the psychologists and all they will have a group of patients right some patients are the major depressive disorder kumba suffer toba or some people are having bipolar disorder nowadays they're having groups right so they can get them in touch with certain groups they can direct them to the right place so I think that will be the answer to your last question
thank you
ahamba ai sai to jage ai mi barnation ai MitSna account team ki member na dai jabane asi sida matang sa long sa lobjer ga member mental health ki matang da wang kitang hangjage mental health hai se kala ko boge madi masi mental health hai se kari ki tamak mathau tari bana
mental health se koina ko simply koina hairap matamda koina khaliba koina Pauriba ko aduga Pauriba khaliba sigi matungina koina pangthoiba koina kariguma thaba ama taw matamda koi wakhal khukhan koina Pauriba koi wakhal dagi matungina Pauriba sigi matungina koina tawthorokpa thabakta manadaba khara lakani ba ko sigi khetnaba da lairibado aduna afaba natraga phataba natraga sigi da oirhallaiba pose sibo koina mental health ni haina ina thimjage mental health haise karigino marui haba matamda ngasagi koina kariguma thamam pangthokpa matamda koida ngasagi koina khaliba wakhal sida kariguma koina thabak tubu pangthokpa ngamhandaba taragadi ngasagi koina khaliba koina pami ba thabak to koise phangoi dori ni bako phangoi da boi taragadi phangoi dori basina maram moraga koida nuai ta bakhradi phawgani dana ko adugi phawriba se phawhandana ba natraga karamba monda darkar ta habado simyam se lerekna bagi damakta mental health se yam maru oi haina thamjagi
ani su da sing di mental health issue ga mai leina na lariba kano singse mi singse society na mari mi singna yengiba mi yengse to karamna handaba ngam gatage habati social stigma ma laibase sima to karamna handaba ngam gatage
okay stigma se hoi hojiki oina current ko scenario da di stigma se to some extent di kredi handare na ina thamjaningi adumak stigma laibi haina di ai yajaning de aduga maru oina kari di na stigma se handaraknabgi namukta mathau tabase koina all over kaitare koina society da oiro ko koi kumak larger level da koina participate tor ko ma advocacy ma pirakpa awareness level da oiro mayam da khanghan ba mental health se karino haibase maruri se mayam da pak ꯆꯥꯎꯅ ꯈꯪꯍꯜꯂꯛꯄꯁꯦ ꯑꯦꯋꯥꯔꯅꯦꯁꯁꯦ ꯁꯤꯅ ꯈ꯭ꯋꯥꯏꯗꯒꯤ grassroots levelꯗꯒꯤ ꯈ꯭ꯋꯥꯏꯗꯒꯤ ꯍꯦꯟꯅ ꯃꯊꯧ ꯇꯥꯏ ꯍꯥꯏꯅ ꯊꯝꯖꯒꯦ
ꯑꯔꯣꯏꯕꯗ ꯃꯦꯝꯗ ꯈꯪꯖꯅꯤꯡꯕꯗꯤ ꯃꯦꯟꯇꯦꯜ ꯍꯦꯜꯊ ꯏꯁꯨꯗ ꯂꯣꯏꯅꯅ ꯂꯩꯔꯤꯕ ꯃꯤꯁꯤꯡꯁꯤꯗ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯅ ꯐꯦꯃꯤꯂꯤ ꯑꯃ ꯑꯣꯏꯅ ꯐ꯭ꯔꯦꯟ ꯑꯃ ꯑꯣꯏꯅ ꯑꯇꯣ ꯀꯔꯝꯅ ꯃꯣꯏꯗ ꯁꯄꯣꯔꯠ ꯃꯣꯔꯦꯜ ꯁꯄꯣꯔꯠ ꯄꯤꯕ ꯌꯥꯕꯒꯦ ꯍꯥꯏꯕꯁꯦ ꯁꯤꯒꯤ ꯃꯇꯥꯡꯗ
ꯐꯦꯃꯤꯂꯤ ꯑꯃ ꯑꯣꯏꯅ ꯃꯣꯔꯦꯜ ꯁꯄꯣꯔꯠ ꯄꯤꯕꯒꯤ ꯃꯇꯥꯡꯁꯦ ꯃꯔꯨꯑꯣꯏꯅ ꯉꯁꯥꯏꯒꯤ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯅ ꯑꯟꯗꯔꯁꯇꯦꯟ ꯇꯧꯕꯤꯕꯁꯦꯀꯣ ꯁꯤꯃ ꯃꯊꯧ ꯇꯥꯏ ꯑꯗꯣ ꯑꯟꯗꯔꯁꯇꯦꯟ ꯇꯧꯕꯤꯕꯁꯤꯗ ꯃꯔꯨꯑꯣꯏꯅ ꯉꯁꯥꯏꯒꯤ ꯐꯦꯃꯤꯂꯤꯒꯤ ꯂꯦꯚꯦꯜꯗꯒꯤ ꯀꯣ ꯈꯪꯕꯤꯕ ꯑꯗꯩ ꯉꯁꯥꯏꯒꯤ ꯃꯥꯁꯦ ꯀꯗꯥꯏꯗ ꯄ꯭ꯔꯣꯄꯔ ꯃꯥꯒꯤ ꯄ꯭ꯔꯣꯐꯦꯁꯅꯦꯜ ꯍꯦꯜꯞ ꯑꯃ ꯗꯔꯀꯥꯔ ꯇꯥꯔꯒꯁꯨ ꯀꯣ ꯑꯗꯨꯒꯤ ꯁ꯭ꯇꯦꯞ ꯑꯃꯒ ꯂꯧꯈꯠꯄꯤꯕ ꯉꯝꯕꯤꯕ ꯍꯥꯏꯗꯤ ꯉꯁꯥꯏꯒꯤ ꯄ꯭ꯔꯣꯐꯦꯁꯅꯦꯜ ꯍꯦꯜꯞꯇꯨ ꯃꯊꯧ ꯇꯥꯔꯦ ꯍꯥꯏꯔꯒꯗꯤ ꯃꯗꯨꯗꯣ ꯉꯁꯥꯏꯒꯤ ꯁ꯭ꯇꯤꯛꯃꯥꯗꯨꯒꯁꯨ ꯃꯔꯤ ꯂꯩꯅꯩꯀꯣ ꯍꯥꯏꯗꯤ ꯃꯌꯥꯝꯅ ꯁꯣꯁꯥꯏꯇꯤꯅ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯕꯅ ꯀꯔꯤ ꯍꯥꯏꯅꯗꯣꯏꯅꯣ ꯅꯣꯛꯅꯗꯣꯏꯅꯣ ꯍꯥꯏꯕꯔꯒ ꯊꯝꯖꯤꯜꯂꯒ ꯂꯣꯠꯁꯟꯕꯒꯤ ꯃꯍꯨꯠꯇ ꯑꯣ ꯑꯩꯒꯤ ꯏꯆꯥꯁꯦ ꯁꯨꯃꯥꯏꯅ ꯑꯍꯣꯡꯕ ꯑꯃ ꯂꯩꯔꯦ ꯑꯩꯒꯤ ꯅꯨꯄꯥꯁꯦ ꯑꯍꯣꯡꯕ ꯑꯃ ꯂꯩꯔꯦ ꯍꯥꯏꯔꯒ ꯃꯥꯒꯤ ꯆꯦꯟꯖꯦꯁ ꯑꯃ ꯂꯥꯛꯄ ꯃꯇꯝꯗ ꯑꯗꯨ ꯑꯣꯏꯕ ꯇꯥꯔꯒꯗꯤ ꯉꯁꯥꯏꯒꯤ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯅ ꯑꯦꯅꯤ ꯐꯤꯖꯤꯀꯦꯜ ꯍꯦꯜꯊ ꯑꯃ ꯅꯨꯡꯉꯥꯏꯔꯛꯇꯕ ꯃꯇꯝꯗꯁꯨ ꯗꯣꯛꯇꯔꯗ ꯆꯠꯂꯤꯗꯅꯀꯣ ꯑꯗꯨꯃꯥꯏꯅ ꯄ꯭ꯔꯣꯐꯦꯁꯅꯦꯜ ꯍꯦꯜꯊꯀꯤ ꯁꯨꯃꯥꯏꯅ ꯁ꯭ꯇꯦꯞ ꯑꯃ ꯑꯦꯛꯁꯟ ꯑꯃ ꯂꯧꯈꯠꯄꯤꯕ ꯉꯝꯃꯒꯗꯤ ꯁꯨꯃꯥꯏꯅ ꯐꯦꯃꯤꯂꯤꯗꯒꯤꯁꯨ ꯁꯤꯒꯤ ꯁꯄꯣꯔꯠꯁꯦ ꯌꯥꯝꯅ ꯍꯥꯏꯗꯤ ꯅꯤꯌꯔ ꯑꯦꯟ ꯗꯤꯌꯔ ꯋꯥꯟꯁꯇꯒꯤꯁꯨ ꯁꯤꯁꯨ ꯌꯥꯝ ꯃꯊꯧ ꯇꯥꯏꯅ ꯊꯝꯖꯅꯤꯡꯉꯤ
ꯑꯗꯣ ꯍꯧꯕꯗꯗꯤ ꯍꯪꯖꯍꯧꯗ꯭ꯔꯦ ꯃꯦꯝꯒꯤ ꯏꯟꯇ꯭ꯔꯣꯗꯛꯁꯟ ꯃꯆꯥ ꯑꯝꯇ
ꯑꯩꯒꯤ ꯃꯤꯡꯁꯦ ꯀꯣ ꯖꯨꯂꯤꯌꯥ ꯃꯩꯁꯅꯥꯝ ꯑꯩꯁꯦ ꯍꯧꯖꯤꯛ ꯀ꯭ꯂꯤꯅꯤꯛ ꯃꯥꯏꯟ ꯀꯤꯌꯔꯗꯀꯣ ꯑꯩꯁꯦ ꯀ꯭ꯂꯤꯅꯤꯀꯦꯜ ꯁꯥꯏꯀꯣꯂꯣꯖꯤꯁ ꯑꯃ ꯑꯣꯏꯅ ꯂꯩꯖꯕꯅꯤ ꯍꯥꯏꯅ ꯊꯝꯖꯒꯦ ꯑꯩ ꯏꯁꯥꯃꯛ ꯑꯦꯝꯐꯤꯜ ꯀ꯭ꯂꯤꯅꯤꯀꯦꯜ ꯁꯥꯏꯀꯣꯂꯣꯖꯤ ꯔꯤꯝꯁꯇꯒꯤ ꯂꯣꯏꯁꯤꯟꯖꯔꯛꯄꯅꯤ
ꯊꯥꯒꯠꯆꯔꯤ ꯃꯦꯝ ꯊꯦꯡꯛ ꯌꯨ